That's on us with a 2-year agreement. Go to getfios.com to switch today.
Good morning, America. One of the ex-wives who accused the top Trump aide of abuse, forcing him to resign, is now taking on the president. Her new comments overnight. New images of that devastating Grand Canyon crash. 3 tourists killed when a helicopter goes down on a routine flight. This woman, believed to be one of 4 survivors, now fighting for their lives. An ABC News exclusive, a revealing one-on-one with former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel, known as Johnny Football, now opening up about his private struggle. For the first time, what was really behind his dramatic fall from the top of the sports world, and why he thinks he's ready for a comeback, only on GMA.
And Team USA soaring to Olympic gold on the slopes and scoring big at the rink. The American with his history-making jump in the uproar over Adam Rippon's score. Was he robbed? As the temperatures plummet to dangerous levels, will bad weather deal a big blow to so many going for gold?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Oh, what a weekend. Good morning, America. Great to have you with us this Monday morning. Let's see it again. Mirai Nagasu becoming the first ever American woman to land a triple axel at the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Wow, so exciting to watch. And Adam Rippon also stunning fans with his artful routine. And these two are being called the comeback kids because neither of them made the team in 2014, but they put on an incredible show last week.
Sure
Always
did.
great to see the underdogs come back. Got a lot of news to get to this morning, beginning with President Trump. He's taking heat for his dismissal of the Me Too movement and defense of a top aide who resigned after allegations of domestic abuse. The president tweeted in support of people who are, quote, falsely accused and destroyed by mere allegations. Our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, has all the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. We are now on day 7 of this scandal, and we have still yet to hear from this administration exactly who knew what and when. This morning, a scathing and public takedown of the President of the United States from one of the ex-wives accusing former White House Staff Secretary Rob Porter of domestic abuse. Jenny Willoughby blasting that moment President Trump broke his silence about the allegations. He never mentioned the women. Instead, he praised Porter.
We certainly wish him well. It's a obviously tough time for him. He also, as you probably know, he says he's innocent. And I think you have to remember that.
Willoughby writing in Time magazine, I was floored. My friend turned to me and said, the President of the United States just called you a liar. Yes, and so he did. The bombshell claims made by Willoughby and Colby Holderness, including these photos of Holderness's black eye, sending the White House into chaos. Willoughby accusing President Trump of setting a frightening tone for the nation, and she says he delivered a clear message. Quote, if the most powerful people in the nation do not believe my story of abuse in the face of overwhelming evidence, then what hope do others have of being heard? Over the weekend, the president fanning the flames with this tweet. People's lives are being shattered and destroyed by a mere allegation. Is there no such thing any longer as due process? Porter denies the allegations, the White House now doing damage control.
Does the president believe that Rob Porter is falsely accused?
Well, Rob Porter no longer works at the White House. The president believes, as he said the other day, you have to consider all sides.
At the center of the controversy, Chief of Staff John Kelly, who initially showered public praise on Porter. Now President Trump furious at Kelly and White House Communications Director Hope Hicks, who is romantically linked to Porter. Sources tell ABC News Kelly told President Trump he'd be willing to resign.
I spoke with the president last night about this very issue. He has full confidence in his current chief of staff, General John Kelly.
In Time magazine, Willoughby says the response sends the wrong message. Quote, if someone finds the strength and courage to come forward, he or she is to be believed. Now, today, the White House will try to change this conversation by introducing its $200 billion infrastructure plan to fix things like the nation's roads and airports. But this is coming as one Democratic senator is now using the president's own words about due process against him, calling for a hearing to hear from those more than dozen women who have accused President Trump of sexual misconduct. George, of course, you know he has called them all liars.
He has, and that hearing not likely to happen in a Republican Congress. Meantime, as we saw Kellyanne say, the president has full confidence now in General Kelly, but he has been sounding out possible replacements.
Yeah, according to our reporting, there is no question that President Trump is not happy right now with his chief of staff, so much so that he's been calling friends to gauge their interest in possibly taking the chief of staff job. Among those people who received a phone call like that, longtime Trump friend and billionaire Tom Barrack. Barrack, we're told, said he was not interested in the job. But let's take a look at the other names who are on that possible replacement list. Economic advisor Gary Cohn, budget director Mick Mulvaney, and North Carolina Congressman Mark Meadows. But again, George, the official word from the White House right now, President Trump has full confidence in his chief of staff.
Right, and they don't want to make a move during this storm. Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief political analyst, Matthew Dowd, for more on all this. And Matthew, you know, General Kelly was brought in to bring order to this White House. What was been revealed in the last week, again, is that the division and dysfunction as prevalent as ever.
It's definitely as prevalent as ever, and he actually seems to be participating in this. George, I was thinking, I know Black Panther is on the show this morning, and entertainment and pop culture often reflects big movements in society. And if you remember, the last year and a half, the two dynamic, iconic people that have moved in society and entertainment have been Rey from Star Wars and Wonder Woman. And I think the president and the GOP has to be really careful as they go forward. This big movement, powerful movement that is now led by women but joined by men that's going on, and they seem to be in a battle against that movement.
Meantime, they are, as Cecilia said, trying to change the subject with this infrastructure plan, but the president's legislative plans for the rest of the year likely to be dead on arrival on Capitol Hill.
I think we're in the midst of a midterm election, then a midterm election as soon as it's over, a presidential election to start. I think the idea of him accomplishing any more than he's already accomplished, other than what may happen this week, which is a fix to DACA, which is still a huge debate, I think the president's legislative battle is moving straight into a midterm. It's going to be very hard for him to accomplish anything more than he's already done.
Matt Dowd, thanks very much. Michael?
Thank you, George. Now to the Olympics. Team USA winning big overnight. Jamie Anderson soaring to gold in women's snowboard slopestyle. And the American figure skaters stealing the show and making history. Amy's in South Korea with all the latest. Hey, Amy.
Hi, Michael. Yes, it was so exciting, and all of that skating magic happened right here behind me at this ice arena. It was a huge day for Team USA, from the ice all the way to the slopes.
On the ice, the U.S. wrapping up a tough team figure skating competition. Adam Rippon gracefully performing a nearly flawless program, yet still placing third in his event, while other skaters who finished in the top two spots both fell. The call igniting outrage on social media.
Right up into it. Yes!
Wow!
And Mirai Nagasu, the first American woman to ever complete a triple axel at the Winter Games, helping the United States take home the bronze. Call her Team USA's Queen of the Mountain, Jamie Anderson, soaring. And spinning through the women's snowboard slopestyle to win the United States' second gold medal, even in windy conditions.
It made it super challenging to clear the jumps.
Just hours earlier, teammate Red Gerard also victorious in the men's event. The 17-year-old shredding his way to the top. Now the youngest American male gold medalist in 90 years.
I actually say going into all the contests that I love fourth place, but first place is better, I gotta say.
Chris Masters zipping down the luge track straight into silver and the history books as the first U.S. athlete to ever medal in the men's singles event. Master writing this emotional post on Instagram after his performance. It honestly doesn't even feel real yet. It honestly has taken a village to put me in the position where I was on the handles. That village cheering him on, erupting into celebration after the 29-year-old crossed the finish line.
So tell us who was in that very spirited and probably cold clan cheering you on.
Yeah, so that was my sisters, Kate and Sarah, my girlfriend, Mara. It was amazing having everyone there.
So Chris's fans not exactly dressed for this brutally cold weather, but that's exactly how Chris says he likes it. He says that extreme cold gives him those icy, fast conditions that he needs. He likes it when there's no room for mistakes and no room for adjustment. So at least that's one person here who's enjoying the colder temperatures. I want to turn now to my colleague, Matt Gutman, who's been covering the Olympics with me. And Matt, I got to ask you, how are you enjoying these temperatures?
I'm looking forward to feeling my face again, Amy. I mean, you know it. It has been brutally, mercilessly cold here this weekend. Right now, there is a wind chill temperature of 0 degrees here, and we tried to take the temperature earlier with this laser thermometer. It crapped out. The phones have been on the fritz here, but you can see those flags snapping behind me. It's really the wind that has wreaked havoc on the games, causing the cancellation of a number of events here. And according to Tess Cody, an Australian snowboarder, she has blamed it for a crash in qualification that caused her to rupture her ACL. Snowboarders have said that flying in the air with those snowboards has felt like having a sail beneath them with all this wind. The Olympic Committee, however, has said it is safe enough to compete. But some good news coming up for us, Amy. Balmy weather ahead with a high of 30 degrees tomorrow. Amy.
That is going to feel like Miami, Matt. I cannot wait for that. Let's take a look now at the Olympic medal count. The United States' big wins today put us in the top 5, but Norway is leading with the overall medal count at 8. Germany has the most gold medals right now with 4, but as you guys know, we have a long way to go. This is just the beginning, and we're all rooting for Team USA. Back to you guys.
Tight fight.
Yes, it is. We have a lot more of the Olympic. Amy's not done. She's going to come back and give us a lot more later on in the show.
That's right. But now to that deadly helicopter crash in the Grand Canyon that killed 3 people on a sightseeing tour. This morning, 4 others are fighting for their lives. Our senior transportation correspondent, David Curley, has the latest on the investigation. Good morning, David.
Morning, Robin. We just checked those 4 still in the same critical condition. This morning, investigators trying to determine was it weather, terrain, or something else that caused the chopper to go down, killing 3 tourists hoping to see the spectacular Grand Canyon. In the fiery explosion that followed the helicopter crash, witnesses say walking away from the wreckage right there is a survivor. In the steep, rugged canyon, 4 survivors in all, including the pilot.
The will to survive kicks in. And as you know, it's a fight or flight syndrome that we have inherent in every one of us. And I'm sure that had a lot to do with their survival.
But it was not an easy rescue. First responders, before 6 in the evening, facing a 20-minute hike in the rugged terrain. They didn't airlift everyone out for more than 8 hours, saying 50-mile-an-hour winds hampered their efforts. Witnesses saw the helicopter circling in a strange manner.
I saw smoke and fire. Just hear the fire burning the helicopter. It's just really hard to watch something when you can't help.
The flight took off carrying 6 British tourists and the pilot from outside Las Vegas. The company, which extended sympathy and says it's cooperating fully with investigators, says it flies 600,000 passengers a year. The NTSB database listing 19 accident reports involving Papillon over the past 25 years, including another deadly crash in 2001, which killed 6.
I think when people and families think about, are we going to get on that airplane, are we going to get on that helicopter, you need to have done your due diligence.
Now, in the past 10 years, there have been 27 fatalities in sightseeing helicopter crashes in this country, Robin, according to a search of the NTSB database. NTSB investigators on the scene today, Robin.
Incredibly sad. All right, David, thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to Ohio now, where 2 police officers were killed after responding to a 911 call. President Trump has tweeted his condolences, the case getting national attention. ABC's Lindsay Janis here with the story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. President Trump also called Ohio Governor John Kasich, who described these officers as the finest among us who risk it all every day for our safety. The 2 officers were responding to a 911 hang-up call. When they arrived at the address, they were ambushed.
This morning, grief and anguish in this Ohio community after 2 police officers were shot and killed while responding to this 911 call.
Can I help you? What's going on?
A few moments later, another call to emergency services from the same address.
911, what's your emergency?
Please help, please help, please help.
What's wrong?
He shot the police officers. My daughter is in there.
Where are you now?
I'm hiding in the bushes.
39-year-old officer Eric Joring and 54-year-old officer Anthony Morelli, remembered as heroes.
True American heroes. 2 gave their life today.
The suspect was shot and is expected to survive his wounds. There was a history of domestic violence at this home. The suspect's wife actually tried to get a protection order last year, telling police that he's always carrying a gun. If it's not on him, then it's close by. This officers, real heroes.
Yeah, big tragedy. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Now to the growing flu epidemic. The CDC says 1 out of every 10 deaths at the beginning of February was caused by the flu or a complication from it. At least 63 children have died. The New York Post out with this cover this morning. Get your kid a flu shot now. ABC's Gio Benitez is here. And Gio, there are new concerns about more Tamiflu shortages.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. Good morning to you. Listen, the CDC and large pharmacy chains now tell us these are spot shortages of Tamiflu, but the manufacturer says there's enough for everyone who needs it. But you know what? So many are requesting this drug. So take a look at this map right now. It's from the app GoodRx, which tracks prescription drug prices. It shows that in some states, the request for the drug is 11 times higher than last year. Look at Arizona right there, 14 times higher. Genentech, the company that makes Tamiflu, tells us it is working with distributors to deal with shortages and will overnight the drug to hard-hit areas. But you know, both CVS and Walgreens tell us that if one local pharmacy doesn't have it, just keep calling others until you find it.
Definitely stay on it. There's another anti-flu drug being developed in Japan. How different is that than Tamiflu?
Yeah, you know what, Michael? If this drug pans out, you would only need to take it once rather than twice a day for 5 days. And they claim it could kill the virus in as little as 24 hours, meaning patients could feel better faster and have a smaller window to spread the virus to others. The Japanese manufacturer is still testing it and is in discussion with regulators right now, but there's no word on when this will hit the market.
Well, if it helps to that extent, hopefully hits the market soon.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, thank you so much, Gio.
Can't get here fast enough, guys. Now to a major return to the court. Serena Williams back in action for her first competitive match since becoming a mother. She teamed up with her sister Venus in the Fed Cup doubles match. There was a special fan in the stands, her daughter, Alexis Olympia. Oh, she was a cutie pie. The sisters did lose their match, but Venus, she won on the singles court, which marked her 1,000th career singles victory. And her sister Serena congratulated her with this post on Instagram, calling it crazy impressive. You can go to her site and see her.
You're talking about babies, right? Oh, we're in the baby. We're celebrating another new mom. We want to wish a big GMA welcome to Ginger's new baby boy, Miles Macklin. There he is. Little toes right there. He was born Friday morning, and this was our first glimpse of little Miles. Check out those little feet he has right there. Ginger sent us some new pictures this morning. Miles weighed 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Woo, that's a big baby boy.
Yeah.
And there's the happy mom and her adorable little boy. And take a look at big brother Adrian, who was so excited to meet his little brother. Ginger says Miles is a doll already. Yeah. And the whole family here, the whole family's doing well, and the whole family here at GMA, we're so happy for you, Ginger, and congratulations to you and everyone else in the family.
Two beautiful boys.
Yeah. 8 pounds, 7 ounces.
Healthy.
Very
big and beautiful boys.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to move over to Rob now. He's in for Ginger, of course, and Rob, we got a lot of heavy snow and rain over the weekend.
Yeah, some strong weather. By the way, Miles Macklin, it's a strong boy name. I love that. Yeah, we had, what a soggy Saturday and Sunday it was, pretty much east of the Appalachians. That was extreme southwestern Virginia, where over 2 inches of rain fell. And another snow day in Chicago. They've seen over 18 inches for the month already, 9 days in a row of measurable snow. And the cold is going to keep that snow around -5 this morning, and then that cold spreads off towards the east with wind chills in the teens for New York City tomorrow. Speaking of cities, time for your Select Cities, brought to you by IHOP.
A literal fork in the road. If I go this way, I could pancake some pancakes, but if I go that way, I could omelette some omelettes. Do I pancake? Or do I omelette?
Hey! Just go to IHOP. They have all kind of omelets that come with pancakes.
Where is this IHOP?
It's right there. Don't leave that horse.
IHOP's omelets come with pancakes, pancakes, pancakes.
Showers ending by noon and our temperatures falling from the upper 40s to the lower 40s later today, and it's going to be a little breezy. Your Valentine's Day 57, the high temperature 45 by evening. Next system coming in Thursday with rain. Showers ending and our temperatures falling through the day today. We'll have highs in the lower to mid 40s.
Coming up, a bitter international custody battle, a father's 5-year fight to get his son back from Brazil. The new twist in the case, now he's here only on GMA this morning.
And Johnny Manziel, former NFL quarterback known as much for his hard partying as his playing, now opening up for the first time about his personal struggles, why he thinks he's ready for a comeback. It's an ABC News exclusive.